Okay, so today let's quickly talk about the BIOS 322, version 322 that came out on the 4th of July, and also on the 5th of July. Next day, the Armoury Crate update came. This one, the Armoury Crate update, it's all about quality of life improvements. They added some more FPS on the limiter, which we'll see in a second that for me never worked. This one bothers me because I would like sometimes some games you can't lock your FPS, and I would like to use this function and it doesn't work for me for some reason. What it's important here is they added an Alt F4 function. That's very good. I usually go to the taskbar, hold, and then close a game if it's stuck or something happened and doesn't work. But there's some important stuff. The FPS limiter doesn't work for me, and the real-time monitor doesn't work sometimes. I mean, many times in game, if I tried to use it in game, it would not work. Or if the device was sleeping, I'm waking it up and it would not work, I would have to restart the Windows. So I don't know if Armoury Crate is at fault or Windows or whatever what's happening here, but now it's working. So we'll see what they changed on the BIOS. So the BIOS, they changed booting screen getting stuck because for some people that configured the password in BIOS mode. And the most important one is they changed the fan curve. It doesn't say from what speed, or it says just decibels. It went from 30 to 35, and on the turbo mode, the plugged in, which is 30 watts, and then the 25 watts turbo mode on the battery went from 25 to 30 decibels. Okay, so is it that significant? 5 decibels might not sound much, but I think from 30 decibels and up, it gets significantly worse. I mean, exponentially more disturbing, the sound to a person. But is it bad on this device? How does that translate to real life sound? Some fans sound worse than others at lower speeds even. This one doesn't sound bad. I'm just gonna say it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't bother me. It is kind of significantly higher. I mean, you can hear it. This 5 decibels make a difference in sound, but it's not bad. It's not a bad frequency of sound, and we'll see in a minute with and without sound from the game. So I loaded up Immortals Phoenix Rising, and we are gonna go up at turbo mode. I'm gonna go continue, and we're gonna play until the device gets hot. $70. So this is what 30 watts turbo plugged in sounded before on the 319 version of the BIOS, which I think it was very low. This is what it's crazy how 5 decibels make such a difference. 72 degrees. I don't think it's gonna go higher than this, maybe not. I'm gonna put it to my ear and listen. I think this is maximum. So we're gonna listen to it. This is the right one. Oh, I forgot to stop the sound, of course. Right one. And then the left one, which seems to be higher. The left one seems to be higher. because yeah, I think this whole update was because people were having trouble with the micro SD card. It was getting melted basically, or something was happening. I don't use an SD card, so I don't know. I mean, it is in a very bad position here, very bad. It's where the air, all the hot air comes out. It's bad positioning, but that's how it sounds. And now we're gonna, if you have sound on, nothing, you can't hear it. Basically, you can't hear it. Well, I know I have air conditioning here, and I have a small fridge that sounds. I mean, the sound is higher than the big fridge. Just a small one does a lot of sound. So we're gonna go ahead and plug it in. Okay, so we are on turbo, 30 watts. Okay, we're gonna play. So now it's at a decent distance from the camera. So this is what a normal person would hear playing the game. Let's lower a little bit the sound. 88 degrees, this should be the max, not the max temperature, but the max fan curve should be here already. I can barely hear it. Okay, wait, I'm starting to hear it. When it gets quiet, the game gets quiet. So we'll see in a second if I mute. Yeah, so this is the sound. And we're gonna listen to it closer. This is the right one, and this is the left one. They do sound more than they did before, but it's not annoying, it's not a bad frequency, and 5 decibels is not much. But hopefully that the only thing that good that should come from this is the micro SD card issues should be gone now. If it's not gone, then this is for nothing. And adding 5 decibels for nothing. I mean, you have better thermals, but I think they were prepared that this device, the GPU and CPU are meant to go that high on the temperatures. So I don't think they were having an issue with that. But yeah, you get better thermals, definitely, with this fan curve. Go back to the sound. Well, there's wind sound in the game too, in this game, so you might confuse it with the fans. If you play in more intensive games with a lot of sounds, you won't be able to hear it at all. So it's not bad, it's not a jet engine. It is, you can hear, I mean, you can tell the difference. This 5 decibels, you can tell the difference. But that's it. I mean, hopefully they will push more updates and get other things fixed. For example, the real-time monitor not working sometimes. I just press it and see blank, nothing here. And also the FPS limiter, which they changed the FPS range. Now they have 90 and 120, they don't have 15, but it doesn't work at all. I mean, look, it's 30, okay? So, oh, maybe I'm the one at fault for not. No, as you can see, I don't know what else I can switch on or what other settings I need to change to make the FPS limiter work. It doesn't work. Look, it's 30 frames clearly, and the game is 60. It's 59. So what's the point of the limiter? It never worked on any of the BIOS updates on any game. I've tested it and it doesn't work, the limiter. What is wrong? What's up with that? If somebody knows and there's something I'm missing, I could not, this is the only thing I could not make it work at all. I thought it was a bug. It's bugged completely, or maybe it's something I don't. Maybe it's. Let's see if I have VSync on. Maybe it's my fault. It is probably my fault. Could be my fault. Is it my fault? We'll see in a minute. Let's put this to no limit. Some games don't have. This one has FPS limiter, but some games don't have. And I would like to use the limiter I have here. No, it's not working. So we don't have VSync and nothing. It's not working. So I don't know what's up with that. But that's it for this video. The only thing significant that they changed, it was the fan curve because of the micro SD issue, which hopefully they fixed. I can't test that. I have micro SDs, but I'm not willing to. I'm using them for something else. I'm not prepared to lose them in case they get melted or something. I'm not that rich. I can't waste money like that. But if I would have, I would definitely test it and make a video about it. But hopefully they fix that issue, and because the sound is not that bad. But if it's for nothing, I mean, I would much rather have the sound that was before, if you know what I mean. It's not bad, but it's, I mean, you can hear it. So you want as much comfort as you can get. So that's it for this video.